How's it going, guys? Today I've got another story time for you guys. So hopefully you'll enjoy this story. It is about when I managed to somehow get onto someone else's account, and then not only just the one, I managed to move up and get his second account. I was still young when this happened. I think I was maybe 14, 15 or something like that. I did end up giving the account back, but let's talk about how that happened. And if you do enjoy, guys, like and subscribe. 100 subs, cannot believe it. You guys are absolutely amazing. My day yesterday was absolutely made, so thank you guys for that. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the story. Just a quick one before we start. Obviously, the main point of this is just the story, so the background footage you don't really need to pay too much attention to if you're not interested. Just give it a minimize in your desktop, get on with your grinding or bossing, whatever you're doing, and just, just enjoy. So back when I was about 14 playing RuneScape, I really wasn't that good at the game. I mean, I'm not amazing now, but at least I can sort of go on and know what I'm doing. Basically, what I used to do is walk around and ask people, how do I get money? How do I get as rich as you? Typical 14-year-old kid sort of thing. I didn't know that I should just go and grind stuff out. Plus, being 14, I was limited to the amount of time I could spend on the computer. I know, cool kid and all that. So the time that I could put into my RuneScape account wasn't really as much as I would have liked. So after, walking around a bit and talking to some people and finding out, I met this guy who must have been nice because he offered me a little bit of advice. Now, his advice to me was to go out there and, kill some monsters, level up my combat stats, and just try and work towards doing some bosses. Now, to me, that sounded like perfect, like that. All right, cool, that's my goal then. So he sort of made friends with me, and he must have found out that I was a bit naive. Like, I don't remember specifically, it was a long time ago, but he got onto the topic of, would you like to, share my account with me, and then you can sort of have a taste of what it's like to have plenty of money and high levels. Now, obviously, I'm not going to say no to this. I've never really had a high-level account. I think maybe mine would have been about base 40 stats or something like that. So I jumped and I was like, yes, of course I would. What do you mean? I can just go on your account? And he was like, you can have it if you want. Now, from this, I've got a feeling that what he was trying to do was get me to put all of my wealth from my normal account onto his account, thinking now that one's mine, and he was just going to recover it. And take everything that I'd put on it, which, if you think about it, is kind of clever because I'm not going to put his stuff on my account. My account's worthless compared to his. So here he goes. He's offering me his account that I can keep now rather than just sharing it. He said, I've got more accounts, don't worry about it too much. You can have this one and it'll sort of give you a boost in the game. So obviously, I, being really naive, jump at this and get his account login details from him. Don't even think anything about the fact that he might be doing something a bit suspicious. Someone's just offered me their high-level account. I believe it was about 90 to 100 combat, so it was pretty good. Anyway, what happened next was he gave me the login details, and I went on, and I wasn't completely stupid. I had, at this point, learned about computers and how everything works, and I had an idea of how to sort of secure things. So what I did was go on and I changed all of his account details. I applied to change the recovery questions. I believe at that time you had to sort of reset them first and then set your own again. And I did everything like that to try and make sure the account was secured as my own, because I just sort of had a bad feeling about it once I'd got on and everything was still there. He had all of his items on it. Like, he literally didn't take anything off it. So once everything had been changed and updated, obviously he would have still had a period where he can put his recovery questions in and take it back, even though the password's been changed. But he didn't do that straight away. He told me, obviously, it's your account, and I was thinking he was probably hoping that I would put everything onto this account first, give me a little bit of time, level it up for him a little bit, just improve it and give it more money, and then he'd recover it and take me for everything that I've put on it. But obviously for me at the time, I didn't think that he was going to be doing this. To me, I thought, yeah, I've just changed the password and I've done all this, and there's no way he's getting his account back now. It's my account. Obviously he told me that I could have it, so I wasn't expecting him to recover it anyway. It didn't sort of cross my mind that this is what he was doing until a lot later on. But once this had happened, I went on, and he must not have been online on any of his other accounts, but he'd left his friends list on. Like, he'd not deleted his friends off or anything like that, which is a bit weird if you ask me. Like, if I was going to give my account to someone or let them on it, I'd probably delete all my friends list, especially if I said, you can keep it. What if they went around and pretended to be you? So I suppose karma struck this guy right in the face, because what happened next was absolutely ridiculous. Here I am just, going through my friends list that's now cluttered with other people's names, deleting them off, and a message came through. And it just said, hey babe, how's it going? Now, I looked at this and just thought a minute and thought, wait, this must be his girlfriend or something messaging him off of her account. Now, I was about to respond to this and just say, sorry, wrong person, it's not me, he's given the account to me. when she said, did you manage to do anything on my account last night? Now, I sort of thought this through, and I'm not sure how everything sort of fell into place with this, because my response shouldn't have made sense to her whatsoever. Because my response to her was, yeah, thanks for letting me on your account. I hope you don't mind. And her reply to me was, no, of course, what's mine is yours, babe. Now, I sort of laughed to myself a little bit and thought, no, there's no way that I'm going to be able to sort of do what I'm thinking. And me being 14 and just sort of wanting to get as far as I can in the game, I sort of looked her up on the high scores and saw this is a maxed combat account. Like, I'm not even joking. It was a maxed combat account on 99 on all of the sort of combat skills. I think it was like 90 prayer, and then it was just like base 70, 75 sort of stats everywhere else. So I literally spent about 3 to 4 messages talking to this person, and already she's just said, you can go on my account, what's mine is yours. And I jumped at this, and I just sort of thought, right, I wonder if I can jump onto this account now. And obviously she'll think it's someone else. So I said to them, actually, do you mind if I just hop on again? I just forgot that I needed to do something last night. This is the bit that I really feel worse about, because obviously this must have been his girlfriend's account and not his account. But she basically just said that I could ask for the login details. She said, what's mine is yours. So I just took the advantage and said, I don't remember the login details. I must have lost them. Can you please just send me them again? And without fail, the next message was the login name and the password. And I just couldn't believe it. I thought, this must be absolute bull. There's no way these are going to work. So I said, all right, do you mind just hopping off for about 5 or 10 minutes? And I'll just sort of finish off what I was doing. So off she hops. As soon as I saw that as logged out, I went and I tried the login details, and it absolutely worked. It worked. It was this max combat account, and I was on it. So once I'd looked in the bank and seen there was hundreds and hundreds of mils, and this account was just so high level, I really just was like, right, okay, time to change all the passwords, time to reset the recoveries and do everything I can to make sure this account stays as my account. She had literally just handed me the login details to a max combat account, which must have took ages and ages to level up. And I'm a 14-year-old kid just sat there at his computer, unbelieving the way that he's probably sent about 2 mil. I'd literally sent about 2 mil in one go at one point in the whole time of playing RuneScape. And now, in the bank of this account, there was over about 300 mil. Now, I'd worked out by this point that the chances are the guy was trying to give me this other account to put all my stuff on it, and then he was going to recover it. So I didn't really feel too bad anymore, other than the fact that this wasn't his account, apparently. It was his girlfriend's account, but it all kind of doesn't really make sense to me, just because the next bit sort of threw that back in my face for a little bit. For example, he messaged me off of a different account and said, hi, it's such and such. I gave you this account the other day. You've managed to get onto my main account somehow, but please can you give it back? I spoke to him a little bit, and it turns out this account was actually his main. So I'm not sure why his girlfriend was on it and why she just said, yes, what's mine is yours, you can have it. I guess he was sharing with her, and he must have said the same thing to her maybe. So in the end, I've got this guy's account, and he was definitely trying to like lure me. Looking back at it now, there's no way he wasn't trying to lure me. He wanted me to put all of my crappy little level 40 account stuff onto there and hoping I had plenty of money, and he was going to recover it and take it from me. Now, obviously these days I do understand the sort of value of an account to some people, just because of the amount of time you have to invest into a RuneScape account, especially back in that time to get it up to 126 combat. It definitely took a hell of a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of investment into making that money. So I do feel a little bad for him, just thinking about like he's just lost this account. He can't seem to recover it somehow. I'm not sure why he didn't recover it, but it just didn't happen. And after another week or two, I did actually take him off of my ignore list, because I had added into it. I intended to keep this account, but I took him off, added him back, because I was a little bit bored of being max combat. Like, there was nothing for me to do that I hadn't like looked forward to myself. I was already max combat. What's the point in going and training? I was terrible at PvP. It wasn't really my thing to do anyway. So actually what I did before doing this is I took literally 3 mil out of all of his money, and I took it and I gave it to my little base account. And what I did with that is just waste it on absolute junk probably. But I messaged him back and I said to him, look, I didn't really want to scam you and take all your items and stuff. I said to him, I understand that, you know, I feel like you were probably trying to do that to me by giving me your account, hoping I'd put all my stuff on it. But here's your account back. I gave him his login details back. and I didn't go on that account ever again. Obviously, he changed it, recovered it. And actually, going back to look on it, I searched his name on YouTube, and it turned out he was really good at PvP. He took this account to Bounty Hunter, which is what was active at the time, and he did really well. So I actually got to sit and watch a few videos from this guy who was doing PKing on the account that I had and could have kept. So once he'd got his account back, he was obviously happy about it. He thanked me for it. He actually apologized. He said, yes, that was his idea to be able to scam me. But obviously, he felt bad about it now, and thank you for giving his account back. So I gave it back. I think this guy, he did seem to be a lot older than I was. I don't understand how he managed to get his account lost just like that to a 14-year-old. But, you know, it happened. So that's pretty much the end of the story, guys, from when I once managed to get on an account. 2 accounts that he gave me, he couldn't recover, and I managed to get on them, and it had over like 400 mil, maybe even more, thinking about it now. So I do hope you enjoyed this story, guys. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Let me know if there's anything that happened to you kind of like this, and share those stories with me. I do have loads and loads more stories kind of like this, but maybe not so negative in the way of scamming and luring anymore. But like I say, if you do enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Let me know what you thought. My channel is absolutely doing really good in my point of view at the moment. Obviously, 101 subs isn't the most amazing thing, but to me it really is. So thank you all for that, and I do really appreciate it, and I just hope to keep going and just get, climbing that ladder on YouTube. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.